Welcome. I forget that when I switch, it carries over from one to the other. So, yeah. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're enjoying your day. I've recovered from 24 hours of sleep deprivation. Of course, my life is drama. So, I have a service. It's epidemicsound.com. And they provide a lot of, wow, my voice. I've gone through puberty, just so you know. They provide a lot of music of various genres and stuff. It's all royalty free. I pay an annual fee. I believe it's annual. It's, I don't remember how much, but I pay a fee. I believe it's annually. And then I can use anything on their site completely royalty free. Yep. So, but they do a lot of stuff that works for like horror themes. I like not 2019, but 2020, for example, for my trailer for the Halloween stream coming up that I had. That was the music in that was royalty free from this site, for example. So, yep. It's not just music, also, it's sound effects and things too. So I can use that for whatever reason. Like I have a face palm sound effect that I use. If occasionally, like I'm uploading a video to YouTube or something and I have a face palm moment, like I was an idiot, basically, or whatever. I have like a little animation where I show the word face palm and it kind of goes like this briefly, and there's a whoosh noise to go along with it and stuff. So, exactly, yep. As it turned out, so I was worried that at the beginning of the game Obscure that I did last night, I was worried that that might be copyright claimed or something, but that's not happened. I do have limited ads because of ad suitability, because I'm assuming something in all the horror I played was naughty. I mean, it kind of goes without saying. There's horror. Horror tends to be more mature anyway and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that Obscure game was interesting, right? So I'll have to continue that. Yeah. Yeah. The high school students, and like, are they gonna survive? Oh, what's going on between them? They don't get along very well. I wish so and so would get along with them and stuff. Kind of combined with there's horror. Are they gonna survive it and stuff? Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually. I was pretty sure I would based on the trailer and stuff, so that's fine. All right, let me. I think I have everything set up from yesterday, switched over. No longer have the 24-hour schedule on the right, just have my socials and stuff. Okay, let's get into the game, and I'll switch the input. I will pause here and there while in the course of things today. I had been, prior to this today, I had been playing over Google Hangouts. I played a board game with my brother, and so because of that, I ran a little bit behind just in sense of eating. So I've not eaten yet. So I've got some stuff that I'm going to take a bite here and there. So there will be pauses for the first part of the stream. Hopefully not long. I'll just do it occasionally, but there'll be pauses as I take a bite and eat. Okay, we're still in the Wizard's Tower. Still, I believe, have not totally figured out how to get to the Wizard's office or whatever it is, but we're closer. We have made some progress. So Critter has a strand of thread. Hey, Pluton, and welcome. Been a while, man. Good to see you. Okay, there's a flute and a bells. Oh, that's what we were trying to do. Nate was using the flute, which then made the rope in the basket in another area. So over here, there's a like over here, but like rotated, of course. There's a basket with a thread that comes up when Nate plays a flute. And so we're trying to figure out how to, whether it's climb that rope or whatever, how we use that to progress to another area of the tower. We've not figured that out yet. That's right. So if I do that, and then I switch over here. Right, and then we go through this portal. So there's this. We cannot climb it. If we try climbing it currently, and at some point the rope will kind of bend this way, or I guess it's bend maybe this way. Anyway, and it flicks us onto the floor here, which is why we were in that other chamber. It flicked us to the floor, and we did not continue. I feel like there is something, somewhere this is supposed to go, but I don't know where. And Critter has thread, which I thought maybe you could tie to this or something, but it doesn't seem to let me do that. So that's not a thing. So we're trying to figure out how we can use this to progress, but we've not figured it out yet. I've been well, yeah. I mean, you know, unlike some people, I do YouTube and Twitch as a hobby. So I'll keep doing it whether I'm making money or not, because I have fun doing it. And so, I mean, you know, maybe someday, once I'm married finally, and like my wife tells me to knock it off or something, but otherwise, I plan on I'm still doing it. Yep. So having fun doing it. Finished yesterday my 24-hour stream of horror games. That's on Twitch. So if you've not watched that yet, there are 24 games. So just look at the schedule and guess. I mean, it's not exact, but you get an idea about roughly how far forward to skip to get to a particular game if you want to just watch that game or whatever. Yep. Let's see. What have I not tried yet with this? I got the thread, I think, from one of these two carpets, but you can't use it in conjunction with this. So, and climbing just throws you there. I don't believe there's anything else here that I've seen right now. So, I don't know if there's anything else in this room. Let's see. Pretty sure we looked at all the pictures. See, that rope would be really useful if it could go over here. Because I can examine this door, even though there's this chasm between us. I can examine this door, so I think, I don't know for sure, but I think that means that I can get there at some point. And oh, and then there are these banners as well, also possibly a sign that I could get to something over there. I can look at the balcony. That's a bigger sign, right? This maybe not so much, but the fact that I can look at the balcony makes me pretty certain I can get over to the balcony at some point. I just don't know how to get there yet. Good. Well, I'm always happy to see you, man. So thanks. I appreciate the support all these years. Even if you can't do it all the time, you can stop in every so often. I appreciate that you do that. You make a point of doing that and saying hello. Miss talking with you a bit, but it's great, and I'm happy you seem to be doing okay, man. None of these others. Let's just go to the hole. The only other paintings, so these two we can examine earlier, but we ended up, like this one had a hidden compartment, so we've used that up in terms of like what it was for in the game. This was just a couple of examinations, and that was it, so nothing there. Here, we could try to take, this is the other thing, we could try to take this painting, but it's stuck to the wall, so we need something that will let us remove it from the wall if we need it at some point. And then this is an optical illusion, but Critter doesn't get it. So I take it either Nate needs to get over to this point somehow and then examine this himself, or I guess it could just be an interesting thing but not really useful. That's a possibility too, of course. This looks like these are the same place, but they're not, right? Because when I go back here, there's only the one. I can't go this way at all, which is where the other path would be. Given how the rest of the place is laid out, I assume that's never going to be a thing, going this way from here. Might get there eventually at some point, but it's not going to be... Oh, well, it's going to stretch yourself outside your comfort zone. And I didn't mean in any way, shape, or form to imply that you know, it, you should try to change your schedule or something to be on more, just as much as you can. And when you feel like it. In fact, I mean, don't not change that. Not as much as you can. I don't mean that. Just when you would like to, obviously, I'll be around. So it's just, I do this for entertainment for people in general, so it's not anything specific to you. If you can't make it or not in the mood or something, I 100% understand. I just will happen to be around because I am generally. So I'm glad you've missed it in a way, just because it means that you enjoyed it, which obviously I figured anyway, but I'm happy about that, so that's cool. And I'm pretty sure there's no point ever where this is close enough to reach that, right? I think I already looked at that before. I can look at it, but I can't reach it.
Hello, Frickle Patala.
I was going to say, hello, Frickle Patala myself. So you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, I cannot reach it like with this. So if there was some way to grab the rope, maybe we could grab it with the rope. If that's even what we want to do. So... Nate's probably getting tired from all the playing I have him do. That doesn't amount to anything. I suppose it wouldn't do any good anyway. I'm like, why would you not just, like, from here, drop off and land on this, and then continue down? But I guess that wouldn't make sense anyway, right? With the magic, it probably, you'd, like, stop part way and just float. And then maybe you couldn't even get back to here, so... Hmm. Even over here on top of the plants is look at the wall. If Nate were to go up the stairs, we would need some way to like jam the stairs or something to keep him from falling, right?
The stairs are not right.
He doesn't want to take that yet.
A small, high table. Maybe it was supposed to hold something for the painter to paint. To paint a picture for the Archmage, I need a canvas, a brush, paints, and a subject.
And that's kind of what one of the things we're trying to find with Critter also. That's why I was thinking maybe take one of those paints off the wall, is so we could use it as a canvas for painting, or find a canvas somewhere. But obviously, if Critter can't go anywhere yet, can't find that right now.
I'd better leave the paints alone. Magical stains are a pain to get out in the wash.
I'm guessing Critter will paint a painting later, since Nate doesn't want to get his stuff dirty. Yeah, and we found one of these too. We need one more of these straws or whatever this is. Put the third one in there, and then presumably rotating this to a certain orientation will give you the ability for something to open or whatever. Pretty sure I've looked through all these, but you never know. There's always something you miss in these types of games, especially. Let's go to the plaza now. He will also not go outside because we have outside Mazaz, the orc bounty huntress, is out there. So we want to avoid her if possible. And when you look at the wall, he's just like, yeah, it's a wall. So I don't know. I wonder if at some point we get something that will peel off some of this wallpaper and we paint on the back of it or something. I don't know. Don't want to go up the stairs. Still the paints. So I'm pretty sure there's literally nothing on the floor that we'll use for anything. I mean, I've gone through every single option. I don't know. I was hoping maybe we'd find something more over here, or that we could, once we've got this solved, that we could continue this way or something. But this just gave us one of those like straws that we added to the table. So you really get excited about stuff too easily, my friend. No offense, but Maybe that was fun though, sliding down.
Welcome.
And because the only way to get up to where we were is to have Nate use the bellows and inflate Critter, and then Critter can land up there. We cannot do the reverse, so I can't send Nate upstairs. So down here is the only place currently where we can kind of swap roles and see if Critter sees something that Nate does not. So nothing currently with that. Keeping myself well hydrated. Just like yesterday, keeping myself well hydrated.
Harvard Cola. Poco salada. Welcome. Welcome.
Same thing.
Lila.
So he doesn't want to go out in the plaza either. I didn't read it. This is the wall as well. I was forgetting that that's also the wall. I was just going to examine the painting. Hey, Footbox, welcome. Still trying to figure the wizard tower out. Somehow. Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it's an improvement. I was hoping that it would be something that everybody would like. Oh yeah, I forgot also with this game to slightly move things over. Since it's cut off on the edge anyway. So you get most of it now. You're not surprised I'm streaming today? you like the social media, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot, right? Some of them I almost never use. Like I probably should just pull Facebook off of there. I use Instagram more than Facebook, and I don't use Instagram all that often, so yeah. I regularly use Twitter, Gab, and Minds, and BitChute and YouTube, and CGN. So the bottom two I don't use all that often. Although I really should just make a concerted effort to use Instagram. I don't know about Facebook. I'm really not a big fan of Facebook generally anyway, but Instagram, I probably should make a more concerted effort to use Instagram. There's some stuff I could do on Instagram that I could make like almost like exclusives on Instagram that I don't do elsewhere, other than possibly in the Discord channel. So, so Gab, it's Gab. Is it .com? I don't remember. Let me say. Give me a second here. It is Gab. Yeah, Gab.com. Gab.com /Zexor. That is one that I use a lot. I mainly just post game notifications there, honestly. I sometimes post other stuff, but not very often. And then minds.com /Zexor also. So both of them are just my first name, not my last name. Well, I mean, my first pseudonym name. And then BitChute, of course. So yeah, I've done some stuff with it, but I don't do all that much, honestly. Like I said though, if I make a more concerted effort, I could use it for more stuff. I just have not regularly been using it. So, and that's on me. I mean, I just need to make a point of doing it. I have points in time where I get involved with other stuff, but I have points where I have like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and not really a bunch of other time. I could slip in something in Instagram there, for example. I just tend not to because I don't think about it. Cool. Yeah, streaming today wasn't really that big of a thing for me, that hard of a thing, because I got, like I said, pretty much yesterday. The only reason yesterday there were points where I was a little bit tired and I was starting to, have a little micro naps and stuff, was because my body was not used to the new sleeping schedule that I had put it through the week leading up to that. So because I had not yet adjusted, my body was like, you should be asleep right now. Why are you awake still? It wasn't tired per se, but just like my sleeping clock was off, right? So that was why I was having trouble at points staying awake. But I'm back to my normal schedule. Like at the end of the stream yesterday, I just went to, well, I actually didn't, I was a little wired, like the last 2 or 3 hours of the stream, I was actually more wired. So I wasn't tired anymore. And so after I ended at midnight, 12:05, 12:10, whatever it ended up actually being, I was still wired a little bit. So I didn't actually get to sleep until 1 a.m. But because we had daylight savings time shift last night into today, I actually slept 9 hours and was pretty much fine. In fairness, I was a little groggy when I first woke up. It took me about a half an hour to really, be aware of things, everything, and like regular generally, and not have. I'm demonstrating the exact opposite point right now. Not have brain farts where I can't think of what I want to say. Anyway, so and now I'm fine. I'm just back to normal again. So it worked out well for me, but. Yeah, they're just social media feeds. Yep. Pretty much. I basically, so on CGN, the third one down, and Twitter, and Gab and Minds, all 4 of them, I generally just use those to announce when I've uploaded a new video or when I'm going to be streaming. Okay, that's usually what I use those for. So you don't need to follow me at all those places. But there are some people that are like, I'm not ever using Twitter again, so I'm going to use Gab or Minds or whatever. So I have them available, but I basically just copy the same thing across the different accounts. So you only need to follow me at one place. If you want to follow me on any of those, just those 4, just follow me one of the 4. CGN is especially for gamers. It's a social network specifically for gamers. So that's why I'm on there. Twitter, I've been on since like 2012 or whatever. I've been on longer technically, but I've been on it there as Zexor Weglin since like 2012. When I first started my YouTube channel. Gab and Minds were both, I started using those because a lot of the censoring of people on Twitter And it's not just, like, people say it's conservatives, and I would say that's probably a fair assessment to a degree, that it seems to be they tend to get censored more often, but I've seen stuff from people on the left get censored as well. Anyway, and I'm like kind of a centrist more generally. I guess I have certain conservative principles, but overall, like socially and stuff, I'm more of a centrist, center of the road guy. But because I've seen both left and right get censored on stuff like Twitter, I made a point of making the additional accounts just in case I said something that Twitter decided was out of line and suddenly I'm banned or something. If that ever happens, I don't plan on it happening, but if it did. Facebook, I started around the same time as Twitter, but like I said, I don't really use it as much, almost ever. Instagram is a bit of a different animal. I generally use, with Instagram, I tend to use that, in the past at least, I've used that for like major events that I'm not like hosting, but I'm attending. So for example, I went to a comic convention, this t-shirt actually, I went to a comic convention several years back. And so I used my Instagram both for some stuff from that convention, but then also as a follow-up, one of the things at that convention I was interested in, I was trying to see how things were progressing with that project. And so I've used it for some follow-up for that, for example. So that's kind of how I've used the Instagram. And I'll probably keep using it for those kinds of things as well, and not put those kinds of things on stuff like Twitter. But I need to be using it more for other stuff, generally speaking. So nice. I'm glad you got to sleep in. So what time did you finally, let's see, fell asleep around about an hour after. Yeah. Oh, but then you got up at 3? Oh, so you had about 7.5 hours when you finally slept straight through, plus a couple hours earlier. Yeah. So you should be not nearly as tired, at least. That's good. I think something is going on with this wall, but I don't know what to do with it. I haven't seen any switch to like move the wall around. I've not seen anything to like break through the wall. So I don't know what the point of the wall is, but I think to me it feels like it's clear that this is used for something. I just have not figured out what.
Flowers in a flying pot? There must be magic involved. Maybe it just has so many blossoms because no one can reach the plant up there. Flowers in...
Okay, so it's the same thing repeated now. Yep. If I use this on Critter, he always does it here, and then Critter goes over to the floor on this side of the stairs. So I can't decide to try to do it with Critter here and get him to go up to the pot or something. So good. I'm glad. Thank you for all the stuff you left on my doorstep, by the way. As always, you don't need to do that kind of stuff, but I am definitely not going to be an ingrate or something. I'm definitely appreciative of it, so I thank you for that. That also reminded me I have a couple of pumpkins out there, so I'll need to bring them inside now that the holiday is over, and then do something in terms of like making a pumpkin pie out of them or some such. I'll have to add spices and stuff, but I have pumpkin pie spice, and I have like flour and sugar and oil and eggs and all that kind of stuff I would need to make a crust and things like that. So I probably should do that within the next week so that the pumpkin doesn't potentially go bad. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's an excellent point, Monmouth. Yeah, pumpkin soup also good. So maybe I'll do that. She gave me, because back at where she works, Fofox works, there were several pumpkins, and I guess some of them were just, you could just take them if you want to. So she got a few for herself and then a couple for me. So I have 2 of them. So maybe I make one into a pumpkin pie and then make one of them into pumpkin soup. We'll have to see how much pumpkin I need overall and how much I can get between the 2 and see how we're going on that. But yeah. And although the holiday is over, pumpkins are in season still, right? They're a fall, not early. Like pumpkins are generally like a mid to late fall squash, right? So I can get more pumpkins at the store if I want to as well. So that's always a possibility too. So if I end up running too low on the pumpkins of what I've got, I can always get one from the store and use it as well. Yeah, pumpkins are amazing. I love squashes in general. Spaghetti squash, and butternut squash, and yeah, they're really acorn squash. They're all really good. Yeah, cheap, very tasty when you use them right, and they're fun. They taste good and they're healthy. Squashes are incredibly healthy too. Lot of fiber, lot of vitamins. So, yep. Okay. It's too bad you can't get, well, I guess you can technically, but it's too bad you don't tend to get squashes more often throughout the year. But that's all right. What else can I use? I'm kind of at a loss of what to try next. If I talk to him, I don't think he has anything else to say.
Yoo-hoo, Matilda.
Call me Archmage or Sir.
I notice the pulsing by Critter's eyes. It's like when he breathes. That's weird. Cool, but weird. What's our deal again? I know that already. You zoom in when you do this, but I can't really examine stuff while I'm in conversation mode. And as soon as I see you, it zooms out again. So it doesn't help with looking at anything here. The deal is basically if I paint for him... Oh, what was it I was supposed to paint? I haven't even gotten to the point where I can paint yet. So maybe I'll do the reminder after. I was supposed to paint something for him. And then once
I've got to go. Nice hanging out with you.
He's heard every joke in existence for paintings. Once I paint something for him, I think it almost I think it's kind of implied that it might be like a companion painting, so the two of them could talk together. But anyway, once I paint something for him, then he's willing to, I think, tell me, is it how to get into the Archmage's office or where the office is? One of the two, maybe both. Anyway, yeah. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that they were able to spend time with some friends too. It's more difficult right now, right? I think I told you already, Monmouth, but we recently, so Fofox and I both live in Utah in the United States, and we recently got a COVID warning saying basically no gatherings over 10 people, make sure you socially distance, wear a mask everywhere you go, all that kind of junk. We have to start all that again, I guess. So we are where we are again. I mean, it's better, I guess, than like San Francisco or something where they've been locked down this entire time, never been able to breathe. There was another fire? Jeez. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another, you know? 1 month lockdown? Jeez. This is, I mean, I'm not trying to tell leaders how to do their jobs, okay? But it would seem to me if you've done A and A really didn't work out, you might want to try doing B or C the next time things get in a certain situation. Doing the same thing over and over again is just insanity, right?
One more time.
Well, of course there will be. Of course there will be. Because Christmas, generally, you have people gathering, so there's going to be social interaction. Even if they're not disobeying, you're going to have, like, they're keeping groups small. There'll be a certain degree of social interaction that's going to be unavoidable, I think, pretty much. And we're in the colder part of the year now, in the northern hemisphere. It's going into the cold time again, which means it's going to spread again, right? It did not go away in this summertime for us, but it did get, well, depending on the area, but for the most part, overall, it got better. There were not as many cases in the summer. So it does seem to be affected seasonally, just not as severely as people had hoped, where they thought maybe the heat would kill it off or something. That turned out not to be a deal, not to be a thing. Oh, was it? Should I should I take a trip to Australia with an injection of COVID? Inject myself with the COVID, but don't tell anybody right before I get on my return flight. Wear a mask so I don't spread it. I'm not going to be a jerk or something. Try to keep away from people so I don't spread it. But inject myself right before I leave. So I caught it in Australia. I'm back in the States and I get home and then I go, I caught COVID while I was in Australia. I get a huge following that way. I'm just kidding. FBI, anybody else, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually going to do that. It's just a joke. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I've got COVID. I've got COVID. How about I've got COVID? Yes, I do. I've got COVID. How about you? Cannot take these paintings. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but the fact that it acts kind of like I can, right? It gives me a hand as if I could take it. Making me wonder why it won't let me. Like maybe I need to do X before I can take the picture. Let's go downstairs. Don't want to do that. Just came from there.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh. No. I think I did that earlier. So before I tried this from last time, like the time before that or something, I had the flute on Critter because Critter found the flute in the first place anyway. I believe it was in that thing hidden behind the painting. So I had Critter try to play the flute here, and it did make the rope rise, but as soon as Critter stopped playing, the rope went back down. So Critter cannot do it to keep the rope up long enough. And when Nate does it and the rope goes up, Critter can use the rope, but then when Critter climbs it, he springs down and is on this room. He doesn't really get anything in the meantime. They'll be waiting for me. Yeah. Yeah. Australian authorities, I was totally teasing. I'm not actually going to do that. First of all, I think that would be silly. Secondly, that's potentially dangerous. How can I ensure that I don't give it to anybody else? And thirdly, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Carrying, because even if it's just COVID where it's not usually fatal, it's a potentially life-threatening illness I'm carrying with me. That's basically biological warfare type stuff, right? That's not cool. That's not a thing you can just get away with. Yeah, so you get to here, the rope comes out, he climbs it, and then basically he goes spring, and then he lands here, and is in this room. So that really doesn't accomplish anything. Besides which, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that would the same way with any place just about in the world, I think, but, well, I don't know about even just about. But anyway, I feel the same way about any place in the world. But, like, I love Australia and Australians. Why would I want to bring something potentially harmful there? That's just stupid. Did they put, like, armed guards and stuff at the border? Like, where the road crosses the border saying, yeah, screw the rest of you. Jeez, dude. See, that's not even... That's actually in the United States. I don't know how it is in Australia, so maybe that's legal to do there. In the United States of America, that's actually illegal. You may have heard at one point that Governor Cuomo, or no, was it Governor Cuomo or was it? It actually might have been, I think it was maybe Bill de Blasio for New York City itself. He closed off all the roads in New York City, did not let anybody in from other places. Basically said you basically people in the city had to stay in the city and nobody from outside the city could come in. That's actually unconstitutional in the United States. There is an amendment in the Constitution that includes, among other things, that includes free travel and trade between all of the states. But it doesn't just say the states. I think it says all jurisdictions or something like that. So it means you cannot block access to a city. You cannot block access to a county. You cannot block access to a state from the other places. So it's actually a violation of the Constitution of the United States. And that kind of thing. If it's done, it would temporarily happen. And then it would get the law or whatever that the mayor or whomever was trying to run, would actually get overturned. The Supreme Court of the United States would say, you can't do that. Sorry, buddy. Yep. Unconstitutional. That's actually, we knew that there was the potential when we had all these different states uniting into a single nation. We knew there was the potential of states fighting against each other. I think at first the idea was more it would be like economic. Like one state would want to compete with another one and be like, well, we have better prices. We're not going to let people ship in stuff from this other state and then lower prices here or whatever. I think there was that potential risk, and they were like, we don't want this to lead into war. So they just immediately, not immediately, I think it was in the Bill of Rights, but they basically said, yeah, no, there's free access for everybody anywhere within the United States. They did that on purpose because they knew that was a possible point of contention. States. Did they though, or did you guys found your country first and then decide to do states? Did Britain initially establish you as a colony? Did they divide the colony into states, or did you guys become a nation first, independent first, and then do your states? Oh. Well, if he's at Oxford, he probably knows what he's saying. You don't necessarily have to agree with scholars on different matters of opinion or whatnot. But when they say this is historically what happened, well, with certain exceptions, but that far and wide, I think you should trust the scholar when they say something along those lines. Like I said, there are certain exceptions. When I know that a scholar, and I will still call them a scholar because maybe they have the credentials and they have read everything and stuff, but when a scholar has a clear, specific agenda in saying something, then I would question it. But generally, scholars, for the most part, just say, this is how things are. They try, mostly, to operate within reality, I think, so... I do think that there are some that have agendas and you shouldn't trust when they say certain things. But I do think that all going the opposite extreme and saying you can't trust scholars, they always have an agenda, that's a little bit extreme also. I think it just depends on the person, what they're saying, and that it should not apply to most people, just people who've been demonstrably agenda'd in their speech. Okay. Right, because you're a Commonwealth country, correct? So yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, constitutional democracy. That's right. Yep. That's kind of what I thought, but I'm a little rusty on some aspects of certain nations' histories. Well, let's be fair. I'm rusty on on most aspects of most nations' histories because I haven't gone around memorizing all the histories of the different nations around the world. But yeah. So we came up from here, go here, and got to here. So probably trying to look around here for something to reach or click doesn't make sense because I could just walk here. Same thing here. Because I think this is... Is it? I don't remember if this is the... No, I think this is different. Geez, I am not making much progress, am I? Let me think what else I can try that I haven't done yet. The thread will not work with any of this stuff. Either of these paintings, any of this over here, the hole, the banner, or the door. I don't think I want to give the flute to Critter again. I think I want Nate to still have it. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure I gave the thread to Nate and he could not figure out anything to do with it. What is it I've not tried yet? And he also cannot take this painting. There's another one he like tugs at it, but nothing happens. Oh. He thinks... Oh, is it moving? Oh. He may not want to do it because it's moving. I hadn't really realized this was moving on the painting. I feel like if we're going to take this, this probably ends up being a Nate thing, but Nate needs to get up here somehow in order to be able to do that. So, guessing that's not going to be a thing at least for a bit. No. Did you, Monmouth, were you able to watch the ones you wanted to yesterday? If not, I mean, you can watch them after the fact. That I'm a little sorry that it didn't work out schedule wise, but hopefully you were able to watch at least some of the ones you wanted to yesterday. Constitutional, yeah, monarchy. Well, when you said democracy, I guess I kind of was thinking with the queen technically at the head, but otherwise, that's like in Britain. Britain's a constitutional democracy as well, but or constitutional monarchy as well, but they say that they have democracy. So there are democratic aspects to it. Okay, good. Good, I'm glad. I mean, kangaroos are just rodents, and I don't think they're endangered. I think there was a point where they might have been, but they stopped poaching of them, I think, right? Or made poaching of them illegal or something. I can't remember now. Back there, and that's there. And when I'm on the back side here, number one, this doesn't rotate, so I can't suddenly see what he's doing or whatever. And two, I've actually manually gone to here and then clicked over here so that he would stay around the backside, and he did. And he didn't really do anything, didn't say anything special or anything. So I'm a little nervous for Tazi. She's got to go back in there and get a tank shell somehow without dying to the ghoul that's inside, right? That's not going to be fun. Oh, man. Jeez. Gosh. Yeah, that's terrible with the koalas. And people just groaned. So stupid. You should do something about that, not just let them die. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I think. The wow. I don't remember. There was, I think it was the capybara. I think is the one I was thinking of. Is the largest rodent in the world. It's South America, not Australia. So, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, yeah, and it's true because kangaroos are marsupials, right? Because they have the pouch. Yeah, marsupials. You may have already known this, Monmouth, but marsupials are limited to the Australia and the islands around Australia, and then the Americas. So there are none in mainland Asia or mainland Africa or mainland Europe or mainland, obviously, Antarctica. Okay, there's got to be something I need to do that I'm just not.
Salina.
See, he does this, and then he gets sprung down to here, which is not really helpful, except as a shortcut to get here. So there has to be something else, either that attaches to the rope, or that makes it change the rope change direction, so that Critter can go elsewhere and do something more.
y la fricopataba. Uy.
Why does he go all the way down there instead of trying to touch it or something while he's here? Look at the flying flower pot. And can't he just reach from here and grab the leaf or something while it's here? Like, goes all the way back down here and then looks. But why? You're right here. Okay.
No, it's warm enough in here. And if it weren't, I'd put Critter to work.
But it's even an option is the thing, so I guess whatever. Yeah, guinea pigs are awesome, yeah. Are you having issues with YouTube? Maybe switch over to Twitch, I don't know. He falls when he does that. Use it on himself. That's just play, so it won't.
That's a flute, not a bagpipe.
Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, things went pretty well yesterday, not just in terms of the streaming where you guys were there, but just the stream in general did well. I ended up with currently 28 views on Twitch, which is not good per se, but I had forgotten, or I had, even though I tried to while it was still streaming, I tried to update the name and the thumbnail of the stream yesterday during the stream, like maybe within the first half an hour, within like the first 4 or 5 hours of the stream. I tried to update it, and it apparently failed to update. So it was still saying it was from Amnesia, even though it was not. And so I had 0 views, because people, I'm sure, already had seen Amnesia, and I was like, oh, nobody's watching this because they think it's still Amnesia, even though I'm way past that now in Amnesia. So there were 0 views initially, 0 on Twitch. As of this, but so last night before I went to bed, I was like, oh crap, I should update that. So I gave it the name, I gave it a thumbnail, I gave it a description and stuff, right? As of this morning, or as of now, I just refreshed it. As of now, it's at 28 views. Right, going up for sure. And then on YouTube, on the YouTubes, okay, my views for the stream are at 140. So quite well there, actually, in comparison. So I was happy about that. I did not realize I was going to get that many views, so that was exciting. That was really cool. So I don't do it for money or anything, but it is nice to see a lot of people watching, because that means a lot more people can enjoy different parts of it and stuff, right? So that's good. So I don't know what to use the thread on. I don't know what to use the bagpipes on, or not the bagpipes, what's it called? What the crap is it called? Can't think what it's called. Bellows. I don't know what to use the bellows on, except Critter to help him get to this other area of the tower. And I don't know what to do with the flute except to play for the rope here. So there's this, and there's getting Critter up here. Otherwise, I don't know what to use any of the items I currently have for, and I have not yet figured out how to get any farther along. So at this point, I don't like doing this, but at this point, I'm going to try to consult a walkthrough, see what I'm missing. I mean, this is now... like, this is the third 2-hour stream trying to figure it out. No worries. I knew what you meant. Table, try to climb the stairs, and I slip. Check the fireplace and the copper kettle. Got the bellows, right? See a flower pot flying at the top of the room. Use the bells on Critter. He now floats to the balcony above, which is what we did. As Critter, look around at the balcony. See a fountain at the balcony and a painting of a planet on the wall. Okay, go right to the passage and see that rooms are placed in different angles. See Nate standing by the fireplace, the flying flower pot, and a corner of a palm tree and a black hole. Go through the passage down the stairs to the right. Will be another room with a circular basin at the center. Take the flute on the wall right of the entryway. Go right and be in a gallery. Look around. At the central square walls, see a pig, optical illusion, and angel paintings on one side. The other side has strange picture and a sad clown. Cross central square is a platform with a circular puzzle. We've done all this. I did the circular puzzle and got the straw thing out of it. Get the black hole, click several times, and you have a secret hiding place. He gets the black hole, places it on the wall. He can go through and be in another black hole like the one in the palm tree of the basket. Go back down to Nate from the gallery, past the different rooms and the stairs. Give the flute to Nate. Change to Nate, blow up Critter again by the bellows. Critter, up goes Critter. As Critter, go to the gallery, enter the black hole, be in the palm tree corner. Change to Nate, in the inventory, play the flute, see if the rope comes out of the basket by the palm tree. Oh. Okay. That's the one step I was not seeing. Okay. You can still peel this off the wall, apparently. So, I want to go here. Oh, no. Went the wrong direction. I want to go here. And here. And go through here. Okay. Switch here. Play that. Now I peel this off of the wall. Examine the loose corner. Now I do something with this. I don't know what, but something. Stick it on the wall. Climb the rope. I'll drop down. And now examine the wall. I bet that's the wall you can examine with Nate down below. I didn't keep reading, but I bet that's where it is. This way. Okay, go fall down. Yeah. I don't know. I need to make sure it's relatively soon, right? I don't want to stop the momentum on the playthrough. Throw the hole on the wall. There we go. And that comes back out here. I wonder if I want... Let's go back through. Do I want Nate to go through? Maybe Nate has more options up in that other area. Let's have him try.
Magic has always creeped me out, but I have to save the lives of a few fuzzballs I barely know. Actually, what am I doing here?
It's First Winter is the main game. And then I don't remember the name of the other one, but they had another game that ended up being that you're talking about. That's right, yep.
The painting shows a cake. There's a word written on the icing. It might read lie.
Lie? Does that mean there's a cake somewhere that's an illusion or something? False?
Wow, now that's what I call art. The painting shows a clown, but he's sad. Wow, now that's what I... The clouds form an almost white background. If it weren't for that stupid angel, I could use that as a background for my painting. The angel is clinging to the wall. I can't get the picture off.
Oh, so we need to get the angel somehow out of there, I guess.
This picture shows something impossible. The frame of the picture is rather deep. You could put something in there.
Oh, play a song for the sad clown. Let's do that. Let's see how that works out.
Maybe this will cheer him up. That didn't help. He might even look a little sadder now. Maybe it was too short, or not loud enough.
Idiot. Plays a single note. That's going to cheer him up. One note? Yeah, sure.
Maybe this will cheer him up. That he might even... Maybe it was too...
Oh, you know what? I wonder now if we do this.
That's a flute, not a bagpipe.
Or not. But maybe Critter could go through and play it or something. Oh, Nate's there. I was like, where did Nate go? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let's give this to Critter.
Here. I shouldn't blow up Critter more often than necessary. It can't be healthy.
Oh, that was all that was going to do. It wasn't going to give it to him. Okay. Well, let's have Critter go try to play the... Maybe. Okay, so Critter's not going to do anything with the flute that way, at least. Wait. Combine this with that? No, okay. Let's go back through. Maybe not. And Nate was the only one who was even halfway close. So let's give the flute back to Nate.
Very helpful.
Thanks, Fox. Appreciate it. All right. Take it easy. Be safe. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Discord. Maybe give the thread to Nate also. Since I don't know what to do with it, maybe we give that to Nate as well.
Oh, great.
Don't sound so excited, buddy.
That's a flute, not...
So it's the same. Doesn't matter what direction you do it.
There's at least a dozen glowing jellyfish in the basin. Useful little beasts, but it's a bad idea to put baking powder in their water. Not that I've ever done that. I don't think the jellyfish can help us. This tower has plenty of light as it is. And insanity.
Back through.
Usually you can see from the alignment of a pentagram whether it's used for white or black magic. But in this tower, I don't think I could tell. What the?
We went back to the exact same room? Seriously? Apparently.
I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, well. It doesn't look like we can move it again. At least at present, we cannot. examine those, but I can't use them. The angel is there. I feel like we need to somehow convince the angel, or trick the angel, whatever, to get off of that painting. How we do that, I don't know. If we can make the clown happy, that might change things, but I don't know. Why would we play an entire song for the rope in that other area, right? But only play a single note for the clown? That doesn't make sense to me, why we would do that. Like, wouldn't we want to, if we decide at first we've done a single note, didn't work, maybe we'd want to keep playing, right? I would think. Let's see if I can examine any of these other paintings, too.
The picture shows a pig leading its piggy life. Huh. Hey, hello, pig? Nothing. Totally unperturbed. It just keeps on stuffing its face. Hey, hello, pig? Nothing. Where did it go?
Oh. Interesting.
Fascinating.
Ah. Freaks out. That is weird. I didn't expect that to happen. That's interesting. Let's see. What else? None of these. No.
The door is protected by a mechanism that doesn't look like it can be forced. The balcony is too far away to jump up there. Down. Over. But isn't there a ladder in front of the tower outside? We've made good progress here in the tower. Maybe it's time to have a look outside as well. That woman is persistent. Why, oh why must I be so irresistible? She'll spot us if we just walk out there. All right, Critter, here's the plan. I'll distract Mizaz, you cross behind her, head to the ship, and then we'll see.
Saralupa?
That is a plan! The best we have. Here goes nothing.
Critter's like, are you sure about this?
Hey, Zazzy!
Ooh.
Just keep running around. He's probably getting tired though.
Sarila.
Already tired? Put on a bit of weight over the past few months, did you?
That's awesome.
Books.
Books.
Blah.
What is it, Zazzy? Weren't you going to catch me?
He wants the ladder, I think, for sure.
Let's go.
Jeez.
Already tired? Put on a bit of weight over the past few months, did you?
Look at the
Mumps,
grapes.
foots.
Mumps, foots. There's some grapes now also. Down to the city. No, let's not.
What is it, Zazzy? Weren't you going to catch me?
Let's go here. I love it. Michael Jackson for the win. That was awesome. His name is Critter. He is wearing Michael Jackson's glove. His name is Critter. Shows the king of pop a little love. He likes to dance, and doing the moonwalk is something he loves. Yeah. Oh, I thought okay, let's click this. Oh, apparently we can't reach up to that with there. Okay. Quill. I still don't know what put means, because I've had him say that when there was something he could not do anything with, and then I have him do that with the quill when he takes the quill. I don't know what that. Maybe he's like, well, that's an item. I don't know what that means. It's looking like maybe we talk to her now. Maybe we need to reach the metal bar and she'll help with that. Let's see.
By the 8 winds, what are you? That Nate hasn't the faintest idea how to navigate, but at least he's human and not an otter. It takes one to know one.
Rude.
Oh, joy, the pink otter wishes to talk to me. I saw that.
So I don't think we're going to get anywhere with conversing with her. Got it. Okay. All right. I just checking. Okay. Glove. None of the above, looks like. This. Also none. We're probably going to use these in the tower. I just don't know if we're going to combine any of these. Oh, wait, I already did the glove. What am I doing? This is what I want. And finally... Yeah, it looks like we're not combining any of those currently. I wonder if we go back down if Nate can come in here and grab some of this stuff. Maybe. Let's see.
Already tired? Put on a bit of weight over the past few months, did you?
Nine. Oh, oops. I forget that enter doesn't work on that. Okay, that way, if it's a problem, I can just maybe redo or something, but...
What is it, Zazzy? Weren't you going to catch me?
Why doesn't he want to go down to the city?
Already tired? Put on a bit of weight over the past few months, did you?
Does not want to go down for some reason, so I guess there's more up here to do. I just don't know. See, I'm thinking, well, maybe.
What is it, Zazzy? Weren't you going to catch me?
I think we need that metal bar to open the transport crate, I'm guessing. I don't know. Okay. Maybe there's something in here I missed examining or something. Skeletal arm.
Hartford cool.
Not high enough to get up there. At least it doesn't seem like it. Maybe I could do this, though? Lean this and climb up? Nope. Doesn't want to open the hatch because of reasons. Not sure why. trying to think. If there's up here, he doesn't want to go with a ladder, right? I don't know if there are any other places high up where this would want to reach. It's not looking like there are. Although, there might be something outside. Look there, maybe. See.
Already tired? Put on a bit of weight over the past few months, did you? What is it, Zazzy? Weren't you going to catch me? Already tired? Put on a bit of weight.
Turn off the sound for now. It's getting repetitive. This doesn't want to go that. So I need something to open the crate, and I don't know what, except maybe that metal bar. I don't know how to get the metal bar at present. There we go. One more time, but I don't think she wants to talk to me, right? Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to me. All right, we'll turn it back on, and I'm going to go ahead and save it here. We'll call it for today. I'm not thinking of, whoops. I'm not thinking of new stuff currently, but we'll come back to it with fresh perspective. I did at least make some progress, so that's good. So that worked out. I'm glad that we got as far as we did. So, I mean, I did have to look. In fairness, I did have to look one thing up, but that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support yesterday, Monmouth, and talking with you. It's been fun, and I'm glad you're here this afternoon as well. I will see you in my other streams or on my videos or on Discord, wherever you can make it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. As always, stay awesome, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Till then, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.